Yo, man. So, Stephen A. Smith, a lot of people been on his case about a week and a half ever since Kwame Brown been exploiting him. And I'm sorry if it took Kwame Brown for you to understand that Stephen A. Smith is a house Negro, then I don't know where you've been the last 15 years. This has been his objective. He's not an analyst. He doesn't break down film. He doesn't break down analytics. He doesn't break down stats or numbers. He's simply there as the loudmouth dude, the George Jefferson of the ESPN world, to run his mouth and basically push a narrative. Keep black athletes in check. Stay off the weed and all of these catchphrases. That's his objective there. It always has been. He'll have Snoop up there, who's the weed personified, but he'll tell athletes stay off the weed. So he comes up there on Memorial Day with this Black Power jacket. As I thought at first it was a HBCU jacket. And I was about to do my research, like, hold up, did you even go to a HBCU? But he wears this Black Power jacket. Donovan Smith had this on actually earlier this year. But yeah, he's trying to. Yeah, it looks like he's trying to, and this is how dumb they think that we are, the mainstream black folks, the mainstream black audience. That you could just put on a goddamn outfit and all is whole, and everybody is supposed to be forgiven. And oh yeah, he really is a black man. He really is a real brother, man. Man, Kwame Brown don't know what he talking about. Look what Stephen A. got on. Like, how stupid do you think we are? You know, because I've been hearing rumors that people are actually G-checking Stephen A. on the street. He's facing heat on the street. Some of his colleagues in the sports media put out there on Twitter, this wasn't a good look, Stephen A. You should have just apologized. That was not right. You played a highlight clip of bloopers and botch plays to try to get back to your basketball point. Meanwhile, this brother's not talking about anything basketball driven at all. And you failed to acknowledge anything he said. You don't want to acknowledge the fact that what your position is in ESPN, how you degrade black athletes. I don't forget how he talked about Ray Rice when that situation went down, how the NBA promotes this whole race agenda, but Kyrie Irving is one of the few brothers that's actually serious about this. And because he's pro-black and masculine, they give Kyrie a hard time and they paint him out to be a nutcase. Oh, something's wrong with Kyrie. He's problematic. He's a little crazy. You notice they always make Kyrie Irving look like he's a nut. Ain't nothing wrong with him, But because he's serious about this fake agenda, they paint him out to be some kind of lunatic and then judge him because he went from this team to that team to this team. Rather it ends in an ugly manner. What's the difference between Kyrie bouncing from team to team than LeBron? Because when LeBron does it, it's justified. They even did the whole decision thing a few years back. They will justify every move LeBron makes for its own good. But when Kyrie or somebody else, that wasn't right. This wasn't the same. It's get along, go along type shit. Kyrie's not in that circle. He's not close with LeBron, obviously. He's not in that circle, so Kyrie gets judged and looked at differently. And you see it all the time. Like I said, you don't see Stephen A. Smith carry himself like this with other non-black athletes. He's not as hard on the NFL quarterbacks unless it's Tim Tebow or someone who just flat out can't play. You're not going to see him talk with the same energy as he does against black. It's like when he's talking about black athletes, it's like he's thinking he's talking to his cousins and them on the street. His voice changes, his attitude. It's just a whole nother level of respect taken down a notch when he's talking to black athletes or talking about them. He feels freely and he can say whatever. But when it comes to the white athletes, that's when he watches what he says. He doesn't talk loud at all. He lowers his tone. And it's been several times where I hate to admit it, where they've talked race issues or Kaepernick issues, and Max actually had the better stance than he did. I mean, he was giving Colin Kaepernick a tough time about that fake NFL tryout that Jay-Z set up for him on a Saturday afternoon 2 years ago. And Max was like, come on, this is bullshit. And Stephen A. was like, well, they gave him an opportunity. He just wants to be a martyr. He just wants to be the next Muhammad Ali. He just wants to. I mean, this man went out of his way on a Saturday evening to record a video in his hotel room to go off on Colin Kaepernick. He couldn't wait till Monday to get on ESPN. He had to do it now. Someone said, go out there and do it now, Stephen. Don't give it no time to breathe. Do it now. Like he is. He is a piece of work, man. And like I say, sports fans, ESPN fans, we have to hold ourselves accountable too because we've watched this man and we've helped him become a superstar and helped him become rich. It was us watching him all these years, and now he's the $8 million man, and you stuck with this Uncle Tom in a high position. You know, his job is to keep you in check. That's what the field, that's what the house slaves' job was, to keep the field Negroes in line. They thinking about rebellion. They thinking about, doing what's right and all everything that they've done wrong to them, and they want payback, and they just want to be respected. Oh no, we gotta get Stephen A. to dip that in the bud because, like I said, they don't have white guys on sports media dogging black players. They want the black guys to do it. So they'll get the Stephen A's and the Jamel Hills and people like that to serve that role, serve that purpose. But him coming up there with a damn black power jacket, that doesn't do anything for me. I don't care. he could come on there with a dashiki if he wants to. You are not one of us. You know what I mean? Remember when people was coming to the movie theaters in dashikis when the Black Panther came out? Like Stephen A. could do all of that. It's not gonna work, bro. I only thing I like to say, and I don't want to hitch on to Kwame's bandwagon like that. I fuck with Kwame Brown, but I am glad that some people have woken up to this because a lot of the stuff we've been saying for years on YouTube and just in general, and it took the right person to wake some people up. And if that was Kwame Brown from sitting in his tractor trailer in Georgia, then fuck it. That's just what it was. But the people have spoken, and now Stephen A. is treading water, and now he's got to find a way to make himself whole again.